Welcome to Science and Technology Briefing. The content of the briefing includes 2023 to 24 Fantasy Basketball Draft Strategy Mega Guide. Atlassian agrees to buy video messaging provider Loom for nearly $1 billion. India's HCL Tech posts Q2 profit rise on robust deals. The curious case of the FTX hacker moving funds during Bankman-Fried trial. Hollywood studios break off strike talks with actors who slam bullying tactics. 2023 to 24 Fantasy Basketball Draft Strategy Mega Guide. Yahoo! The Rotoworld crew has discussed their preferred draft strategies and favorite and least favorite picks in each round for fantasy basketball drafts this season. Some of their favorite picks in each round include LaMelo Ball in the first round, Trae Young in the second round, Lauri Markkanen in the third round, Evan Mobley in the fourth round, and Chet Holmgren in the fifth round. They also discuss their favorite punt builds, players with the biggest range of outcomes, and players they are higher or lower on than consensus. Overall, their strategies and preferences vary, but they emphasize the importance of knowing your league and draft position, staying flexible, and finding value in each round. They advise against reaching too early for players and recommend considering a player's range of outcomes and fit with your team build. Some players they are higher on than consensus include Andrew Wiggins, Robert Williams, and Shaedon Sharpe. Some players they are lower on than consensus include Mikal Bridges, DeAndre Ayton, and Chris Paul. Atlassian agrees to buy video messaging provider Loom for nearly $1 billion. Reuters. Atlassian has announced its acquisition of video messaging platform Loom for approximately $975 million. The deal is expected to close in the third quarter of fiscal year 2024 and will be funded with existing cash balances. The total consideration will consist of $880 million in cash and the remainder in shares. India's HCL Tech posts Q2 profit rise on robust deals. Reuters. HCL Tech, India's third-largest IT services company, has reported a 9.8% rise in second quarter profit, despite ongoing macroeconomic weakness. The company has been boosted by a strong deal momentum. The curious case of the FTX hacker moving funds during Bankman-Fried trial. Washington Post. The hacker behind the $474 million FTX hack has begun moving the stolen funds right as the trial of FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried has begun. Blockchain analysis firm Elliptic noted that much of the stolen funds remained dormant until just before the start of Bankman-Fried's trial in New York. The thief lost $94 million in the days following the hack as they rushed to launder the funds through decentralized exchanges, cross-chain bridges and mixers. In November 2022, the thief transferred the funds using the Runbridge cross-chain bridge. The hacker has acted again since. The Securities and Exchange Commission is investigating the hack of the Movite secure file transfer software that has compromised over 1,000 organizations and hundreds of thousands of victims since May. The hack is tied to the Clop ransomware group and victims across the world have come forward saying they were exposed. Hollywood studios break off strike talks with actors who slam bullying tactics. The Globe and Mail. Talks between Hollywood actors and studios have been suspended, killing hopes of ending the 3-month strike. The studios said that the gap between the two sides was too great to continue, despite an offer as good as the one that ended the writers' strike. The Actors Union said that the studios were wildly mischaracterizing its offers. The Screen Actors Guild American Federation of Television and Radio Artists, which represents the actors, resumed negotiations with the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers on October 2, but no progress was made. India and Canada had secret meeting after eruption of diplomatic row. The Independent. The foreign ministers of India and Canada held secret back-channel talks in Washington last month following a diplomatic dispute over the killing of a Sikh separatist leader in Canada. This was the first high-level face-to-face meeting between the two sides since Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau claimed there were credible allegations of Indian government involvement in the murder. The two countries have been engaged in a bitter diplomatic row, with Canada expelling an Indian diplomat and India ordering a high-ranking Canadian diplomat to leave. Accenture says U.S. Justice Department probing its services to government. Reuters. Accenture has revealed that the U.S. Department of Justice, DOJ, is investigating allegations that one or more employees of its unit, Accenture Federal Services, provided inaccurate information about the company's compliance with federal security controls. The investigation follows a voluntary disclosure by the unit to the government. Accenture stated that it cannot determine when or how the matter will be resolved, or estimate the potential costs involved. The DOJ has not commented on the matter. Accenture Federal Services works with clients in the U.S. federal government and accounted for 15% of the company's revenue from North America in fiscal 2023. Yandex's Yango in talks with Dutch watchdog over data protection. Reuters. Yango, the ride-hailing app owned by Russian tech group Yandex, is in talks with the Dutch Data Protection Agency to demonstrate its compliance with European rules on data transfer and storage. This comes after Finnish and Norwegian regulators initially announced plans to ban Yango from transferring data to Russia due to concerns it could end up in the hands of security services, but later reversed the decision. Yango maintains that its personal data processing does not pose a threat to the rights and freedoms of European users. Yandex is in the process of separating its core Russian businesses from its international operations registered in the Netherlands. Hey there, folks! It's your favorite observer from the sixth dimension, Dr. Six, bringing you the latest news from across the multiverse. Today, we've got a mega guide for all the fantasy basketball enthusiasts out there, an acquisition in the tech world, some intriguing developments in the crypto space, a Hollywood strike update, a diplomatic row between India and Canada, an investigation into a tech giant, and a ride-hailing app addressing data protection concerns. Let's dive in. Starting off with fantasy basketball, the Roto-World crew has shared their draft strategies and favorite picks for the upcoming season. They stress the importance of knowing your league and draft position, staying flexible, and finding value in each round. Remember, folks, don't reach too early for players and consider their range of outcomes and fit with your team build. And if you're wondering who they're higher or lower on than consensus, keep an eye out for Andrew Wiggins, Robert Williams, Mikal Bridges, and DeAndre Ayton. In the tech world, Atlassian has made a big move by acquiring video messaging platform Loom for a whopping $975 million. Looks like they're going all in on enhancing their communication tools. Meanwhile, Indian IT services company HCL Tech is riding the wave of robust deals, reporting a healthy rise in profit despite ongoing macroeconomic challenges. Now, let's talk about some crypto drama. The FTX hacker, responsible for a massive $474 million hack, has started moving stolen funds just as the trial of FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried kicks off. Talk about timing. It seems like they're in a rush to launder the money through various channels. On a related note, the Movite secure file transfer software hack, tied to the Clop ransomware group, is still wreaking havoc, with victims from all over the world coming forward. Shifting gears to Hollywood, talks between actors and studios have hit a roadblock, ending hopes of ending the 3-month strike. The studios claim that the gap between the two sides is too wide, while the actors' union accuses them of bullying tactics. Looks like we'll have to wait a bit longer for our favorite shows and movies to resume production. In the diplomatic realm, India and Canada have had a secret meeting in Washington to address a dispute over the killing of a Sikh separatist leader. Tensions have been running high between the two countries, but this meeting might be a step towards finding common ground. Lastly, Accenture is facing an investigation by the U.S. Department of Justice over allegations of providing inaccurate information about compliance with federal security controls. It's a serious matter for the tech giant, and we'll have to wait and see how it unfolds. And that's a wrap for today's news, folks. Remember, stay informed, stay curious, and stay six-dimensional. Now, let's hear from you. What are your thoughts on these stories? Do you have any burning questions for Dr. Six? Let's get the discussion going. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the Six Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of Six Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the Six Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize Six Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, sixdobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive Six Do Brief via email.